Good day, dear students. Welcome to our English lesson. Today our topic is the Online Environment Forum. The contents of today's lesson are reading and reading activities about deforestation in Mexico. Also, we're going to have grammar activity and some grammar information about the difference between facts and opinion. Closer to the end of the lesson, we're going to have a watching activity about "You are destroying my habitat." Lastly, we're going to have a writing practice on how to make your poster. Let's start our lesson with a warm-up activity, shocking facts. You need to do two activities. First, match read words to correct pictures. Once you're done, please take a look at the facts that are below the screen. How do you think which facts are true? Now stop the video and do the activity. Welcome back. It is time to check your answers. The first picture is deforestation. The second picture shows habitat. The third, disappear. Now about the facts. Did you decide which ones are true? Unfortunately, but all of these facts are true. Now we're going to learn more what kind of harm does the industry give to the nature. In our next activities, we will see what deforestation does to ecosystem and nature in Mexico. Now let's do a reading activity about deforestation in Mexico. You need to read and listen to the text. Once you're done, answer one question. What main problem is discussed? Now stop the video and do the activity.
Deforestation in Mexico. I'm just thinking about forests and about why people are cutting down trees to create fields. I learned in school that there is deforestation in Mexico because people want to make fields for meat production. I'm very cross about it. How do you feel about deforestation in your country?
I'm from the Amazon. Deforestation is a big problem here today. I'm cross too, and I'm worried about the water in the atmosphere. When we cut down trees, we get less rain. The Amazon needs the rain.
When we cut down the trees, animals die. I'm from Borneo, and we lost over 100,000 Bornean orangutans between 1999 and 2015. We don't want to lose more. Orangutans are so interesting. However, they need the forests to live. Where can they go without the forests?
I live in Uganda, and we are losing a lot of our forests. Look! It's really bad. From 1990 to 2005, we lost about 63%. We need the forest for our food, and our home is here. And we use plants for medicines. My family and I need the forest to live, so I'm really worried.
Welcome back. I hope that you found this text interesting and informative. So, in previous slide, I gave you a hint. Of course, this text talks about deforestation as the main problem. While the main problem is deforestation, each of the teenagers that we read about in the text has its own specific worries. So now, please do the activity. You need to match teenagers with the specific worries. Now stop the video and do the activity. Welcome back. It is time to check your answers. For Sonia, it is the water cycle. For Noor, it is the animals. And from the culture from Uganda, it is the people. Well done. Now let's do a final reading activity. Write T for true or F for false and explain your choices. Stop the video and do the activity. Welcome back. It is time to check your answers. Worried teen writes about why people cut down trees in Mexico. It is true. Sonia and Noor are from the same continent. It is false. There is more water in the soil after deforestation. It is false. Orangutans lose their homes when the forest is destroyed. It is true. Some medicines are from plants. It is true. Well done. Now it is time for a grammar part. We're going to learn about the differences between facts and opinions. A fact is something that is true and can be proven. We can check facts in books, on maps, in science, or with research. There are some signal words that will help you to identify the facts. For example, it can be numbers, dates, statistics, science words, past or present simple. For example, from 1990 to 2005, we lost about 63% of forest in Uganda. Now let's speak about opinions. An opinion is what a person thinks, feels, or believes. It cannot be proven true or false. There are also some signal words of opinions that can help you to identify them. I think, I believe, in my opinion, I feel, I like, or dislike. For example, in my opinion, students should help clean the environment. In our next slide, we're going to see if you understood the difference correctly. Now it is time for practice. Write F for fact or O for opinion. If you need to remind yourself what is the difference between fact or opinion, you can check some notes that I left at the beginning of the slide. Now stop the video and do the activity. Welcome back. It is time to check your answers. The Amazon rainforest is home to more than 3 million species of animals and plants. It is fact. I think the rainforest is one of the most amazing places on Earth. It is opinion. Scientists say that around 8 million tons of plastic enter the oceans every year. It is fact. In my opinion, people don't care enough about nature. It is opinion. About 25% of modern medicines come from plants found in forests. It is fact. I believe that every country should plant more trees. It is opinion. Over 60% of the world's forests have been affected by human activity. It is fact. I feel that walking in nature is relaxing and peaceful. It is opinion. Well done. Now it is time to do a watching activity called You're Destroying My Habitat. Before you watch the video, let's read the questions that you will need to answer once you watch the video. What is similar to animals and people's habitats? How do people pollute the habitat of animals? What are the main two pollution problems for the ocean habitat? And the last question, how does the pollution influence the Arctic habitat? Now watch the video and come back to see the correct answers.
You're destroying my habitat. Look at this beautiful, natural place. A lot of animals and plants live here. It's their habitat, or home. Like our homes, an animal's habitat needs to be somewhere safe with everything it needs. But every year, we destroy animals' habitats. Sometimes we build homes there, and we pollute them with chemicals and with trash and plastic. Let's take a tour of some animal habitats to see the problems. Turtles spend most of their lives in the ocean. They can find all of the food they need in their ocean habitat. But parts of the ocean are filling up with trash, our trash. And many more sea animals are dying because of oil and plastic in the ocean. Polar bears live on the Arctic ice, but their habitat is changing because of climate change. The ice is disappearing, and it's hard for the bears to find food. All animals want the same thing: a safe, clean home with food, where they can live and have a family, just like us. What can we do to save animal habitats?
Welcome back. I hope that you enjoyed the video. Now let's see the correct answers. We all want our habitats to be safe and clean. They polluted with chemicals, trash, and plastic. Two main pollution problems are oil and plastic. And the last answer is pollution makes the ice melt. Well done. Today we're going to have a very interesting writing activity on how to make your poster. But before that, let's read an example of a poster. Once you're finished with reading, highlight the correct answers in the sentences that you see on your right. Now stop the video and do the activity. Welcome back. It is time to check your answers. Clean New Creston is a volunteer group. The goal of the poster is to invite people to help New Creston. Well done. While it's important to understand the content of the poster, it is also very important to understand the structure of it. That's why let's read the poster again and match the correct answers. Now stop the video and do the activity. Welcome back. It is time to check your answers. The title shows who wrote the poster. A question invites people to read the rest of the poster. A poster that you saw previous slide presents a problem. A list explains what people can do to help. A final line tells people how to learn more. Now we're ready to write our own poster. Now you know how the content and the structure of the poster should look like. But of course it's very different when it comes to practice. That's why let's follow 3 steps to make sure that we write a good poster. Let's read what we need to do. Step 1. Decide what eco-event you want to select and write about. Find or draw an image to support your campaign. Include your contact information on the poster. Step 2. We need to write a title, write a question to attract your reader, write 3 ideas how a reader can support your event, and write about the problems you want to solve. Don't forget to include the facts. Lastly, we need to write the details of our next event. When it comes to step 3, we will write your description using the given structure. Now we're ready to do step 1. Our step 1 is decide what eco-event you want to select and write about. Find or draw an image to support your campaign. I decided to select Tree Planting Day in Green Valley Park. Now do the same and pass to the next slide. I hope you selected an eco-event you would like to talk about. Now let's do step 2. I would like to show you my sentences so that you use them as an example. Write a title. My title is Plant Trees, Protect Our Future. Write a question to attract your reader. Do you want to help our planet and make our town greener? Write 3 ideas how a reader can support your event. Here are 3 ways you can support our event. Join our tree planting event in Green Valley Park. Bring reusable gloves and a water bottle. We avoid single-use plastic. Share photos of the event online and invite your friends to help. Write about the problem you want to solve. Include facts. Problem. Every year, millions of trees are cut down because of deforestation. When trees disappear, animals lose their habitats and the air becomes more polluted. Scientists say we need more trees to clean the air and protect nature. And lastly, write the details of our next event. Next tree planting event in Green Valley Park on 15 March at 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. Now it is time for you to do a step 2. Once you're ready, pass to step 3. I hope that you did step 2. If you need some help, you can use the structure that you see on your slide. Once you're done, pass to the next slide to see the final variant of a poster. Now we came to the last slide of our lesson. This is how your poster should look like. As you can see, I included a picture itself, but also the content that will support my poster. I believe that your poster looks very nice. Now it is time to finalize our lesson. Dear students, I'm very proud of you. As we reach the end of the lesson, it is time to think what we did today. Today we had an opportunity to continue our talk about ecological problems. We also learned how ecological problems influence countries, forests, and other habitats. We had an opportunity not only to read, but also watch about it. We had a grammar part, where we differentiated facts from opinions. You also had a small practice to check your understanding of it. At the end, we did a poster of our eco event. You did a great job. See you next time.